deception. Right. Okay. Deliverance on a book on deception.
Hey, thank you, my lady, for this opportunity, my lady. I am not coming from within the great, my lady. My lady, I operate as 100% spiritual. I carry that function, my lady, of spreading around my spirit, my lady, of deception. I have plenty, my lady, of subordinates under me, my lady, which have been recruited, which are these ancestors here who are uneducated and their forefathers. They are operating 100% with my spirit, and they are running to push my agenda, my objective on this world. Now, my lady, my assignment, my lady, is to keep mankind, my lady, outside of the light. I work, my lady, to destroy this thing called peace, this thing called joy, this thing called happiness. And my job, my function is divided, my lady, into categories. And also, my lady, these categories, they have got targets within them. Now, my book, my lady, it's a physical representation of the veil that I have spiritually set up on everyone, my lady, who I have already touched to date. Now, when I have touched them, my lady, with my function, I am able then, my lady, they are basically imprisoned. Not that I'm able, they are basically imprisoned and basically become my slaves. Now, my lady, we will start, my lady, with the first category, my lady. This category, my lady, it is just spread across as mankind in general. Now, mankind. Thank you. My lady, I was just asking to just extend sentences quickly. Now, my lady, when I say mankind in general, I'm referring to a person, a physical person, to say that my function is to conceal them. Now, this concealing is meant to hide them from coming into contact with their destiny, with their calling, and with their true journey that comes from your Father. Because every man, when your Father creates every man, he has already prepared his entire journey along with him. And that person has his own life file along with him when they come into this world. So my deception, me concealing them with my veil, my lady, it's me causing a separation between him and that file of which your Father has sent him out with.
Da Buddha 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 Buddha.
This is very simple to be accomplished, my lady, because man comes already in a fallen state. So they are not 100%, my lady, connected, my lady, to your father. So the concealing that I perform as a ritual on them, my lady, it becomes like a cloak, a veil that just goes upon them, and it becomes a barrier that separates them from that file, that book that your father has sent them out with.
Da Buddha 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 Dede Buddha 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 Dada Buddha 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 Dede Buddha Dede Buddha Dede.
These files of theirs, my lady, become captured into my possession. And these are the ones, my lady, that I am able to now construct assignments against them with, because I am able to see that this person, on a certain chapter of his life, this is what he's meant to accomplish, or rather this is what is meant to connect with him here on this world to give him an advantage.
Da Buddha 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 Da Buddha 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 Buddha.
So then, my lady, with this cloak that is upon them, my lady, with my occult, it now starts to twist and now starts to convert them, my lady, and takes their true identity and gives them, my lady, a false garment, their false identity, which they will be running with on this face of the earth.
Da Buddha 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 do Buddha 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 da Buddha.
So this false identity comes already linked and magnetized through my powers with all of their the false journey, the false routes that they meant to take, in order to delay them into connecting with what your father has already put on their lives.
Da Buddha 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 da Buddha 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 da Buddha da Buddha Buddha da Buddha da Buddha.
Then in this way, the time of a person can be stretched in a form of in that false journey, and it can also be shortened in that false journey, depending on how the person decides, or rather responds to your father, or responds to help that comes from your father.
Da Buddha 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 da Buddha 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 adu adidi Buddha abudi Buddha abude Buddha.
That is why some, whatever they receive, it does not stick with them, it does not give them joy, it does not give them fulfillment, whether even if they can get into a partnership, or they can get into certain organizations or do something, it does not feel right. That's the explanation that they will be giving, to say it does not feel right, because it is not right, it's not for them, and it's not their right fit.
Da Buddha 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 Buddha.
So I have placed this on all mankind. It is only that group that is able to respond in a positive light to your father, that now they receive the concept of new life. Because in essence, in the spirit, it becomes new life. They now become reconnected with their originality.
Do Buddha 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 Buddha. Do Buddha 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 Buddha. Buddha 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 Buddha.
The moment they respond in a positive way to your father, that is when they receive that grace, that hand that is able to open them up into connecting with their original life that they were sent out with. That is why throughout their journey they will see certain changes, they will see certain things fall off. Perhaps that false job that they were holding on to, perhaps that false relationship or false finances that they were holding on to, which were not theirs, which were brought upon by that garment.
Do Buddha 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 Buddha. Do Buddha 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 Buddha. Do Buddha Buddha. Buddha.
The reason for this, my lady, is because we're very jealous of a human being. Because, my lady, your father went all out to dress up this production. So we were very jealous that they cannot so simply come here, my lady, in our realm, in our world, and now start to take over. So it was that plan that we put in place to try and reduce mankind to be still under our hand, no matter how much they can try.
Da budidi 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 buddha da buddha da budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha da budidi budidi buddha 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 da budidi buddha.
So that is the first attack that we've launched on mankind through our deception, through our us concealing them. We're basically trying to hide them from what we know that they've originally been given, so that it becomes a tough mission for them to access these things and for them to now start taking ownership of what actually belongs to them.
Da budidi buddha budidi buddha didi buddha buddha da buddha da buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi.
And now, my lady, the next agenda was to my lady for us to go on to attacking these organizations, which are churches, which your father has been raising up.
Da budidi budidi buddha da budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi budidi budidi.
That one, my lady, we attack them, my lady, by giving them false names, as well false identities and false functions, my lady. We spread that out, my lady, into the general public in as means as to scare everyone, my lady.
Da budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi budidi.
Because we have seen and we have understood that it is these churches that are standing up and are directly infiltrating our kingdoms and directly depopulating us and reducing our hold on this realm.
Da budidi budida budida budidi buddha budidi budidi buddha budida budidi budidi budida budidi budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha.
So with every rise that ministry will be looking upon in the spirit, our cloak will be fighting that rise to bring it to reduction. So there will always be a rise and a fall, a rise and a fall. That's the curse that we have placed around to say for any ministry of this category that tries us to rise up, then our occult, my lady, becomes activated to work against it.
Da budidi budida buddha da buddha da buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha ide buddha buddha didi buddha di.
So we conceal, my lady, these churches. There are many of these churches that are existing in communities, but they are not known. Even in the community they are inhabiting, they are not known because of this curse, this occult that we have placed out to say that there must not be an army that rises up against us. So with these ministers, there will be a small piece in the middle of a community, which becomes like a vague thing, a non-existent thing, even amongst the neighbors.
Do budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddi budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddi buddha budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha.
This is the main driving force for us to oppress these ministries, because we do not want our cloak to be removed. Once it's removed, my lady, light sheds upon on everyone, even the ones who are not even in the house of your father.
Da budidi buddha budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha da budidi buddha buddha budidi buddha budidi budidi buddha 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 budidi buddha budidi buddha buddha.
Amen. Yiko nje isonto leli benilibiza ukuthi two words. Isigodi. Bafikela abanye. Bayathipana bathi asambene two words kanti bayehle bezisontweni. Abanye bathi school. Yiko belifihla lesonto nini.
Ingobo bondo, ingondo inde bogoto. Jikondo bombobo, ingondo bo, ngongo.
Buddha. Buddha.
It is exactly it, my lady, because if you would understand, my lady, even the people that go to those ministries, my lady, for them there would be a spirit, which is our driving spirit, because my spirit is everywhere, my lady. They are not meant to feel ashamed, or rather not meant to treat this thing as a secret. So it is my spirit, my driving force that's all over the face of this earth, to say that this must remain a secret.
So all these people who have been hiding this church, they possess your spirit.
Ingondogodo, nigondono, ingondono bogondo, bango. They are running with my name, my lady.
They are running with your name.
They are running with my name.
Because for many, many years they've been hiding this church. They come to this church, they get deliverance, they get instant blessing, but they don't even invite their friends, they don't invite their families. When they are leaving their homes, some of them, they were telling their families they are going somewhere. And one day, one of them, a family also followed them. And
that is how, my lady, my spirit operates, my lady. Because there must not be any evangelism active. There must not be any evangelism that is active in these ministries. It's only, my lady, the very, not even a selected few, the very large of ours that we are allowing, my lady, to be popular. It is my very spirit, my lady, that even touches these people who go to these ministries, to even question and ask them, is this the right place for you? Is this where God is? How can you prove this? How can you explain this to anyone to understand? It is my spirit, my lady, because those very ones were questioning, though whatever they are receiving does not last on them. Yeah, they are fighting the very direct intervention of your father right there, because no one is evangelizing for them for anything. Because, my lady, what I do, I show them, and I tell them that what kind of a ministry is this one, where the prayers are 5 minutes, where the word is not read for 2 hours, where it's only just one scripture and then fighting for 7 hours the whole day. So some of them, even though they come to these ministries that I'm fighting against, even though they come and they receive and see the power, they still have that second mind which is my element active, which is causing them to point back to say, but where can you point this out in the scriptures? Where can you pull this out in the scriptures? Trying, my lady, to give them an imbalance. My lady, these ministries, my lady, they are already accompanied with the essence of your father. So the mere reading of even that very first book, my lady, the mere reading of it already, our elements are receiving fire. Already our occult, my lady, is the chains are starting to be unlinked. So there is that extreme power that we are concealing from them, to say that Such a thing does not exist. There needs to be a whole 2-hour theory lesson before anything can happen.
Da bududubuda bududubuda. Da bududubuda bududubuda. Da bududubuda bududubuda bududu bude bududubuda 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 bude. Da budi da budi.
So, my lady, I counsel them, my lady, to keep them away from these ministries, my lady. I link them, my lady, with fear, with misunderstanding and confusion, my lady. And I also give them, my lady, theories, my lady, to say the moment they go to those ministries, my lady, at night, tonight is tonight. They will not sleep.
Do budi da budi da budi budi da budi. Da bududubuda 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 budu.
It brings me, my lady, to my last attack, my lady, of deception, my lady, where we are showing them, my lady, our wealth, showing them our functions, my lady, but we accompany, my lady, those visions, we accompany those movies, my lady, with our spirits of fear, our spirits of torment, our spirits of oppression.
Do budi da budi da budi budi budi. Budi buda budi buda budi budi budi. Budi buda budi abudi buda abudi buda abudu buda budi 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 buda budi buda budi budi.
My lady, we have revealed to them these ministries of deliverance, my lady, through a false representation of my lady, our movies in general, and also, my lady, as well, my lady, the horrors. That's where I operate, my lady, because that is where I accompany these pictures with my spirit, my lady, of fear, my spirit of torment, to deceive them, my lady, to say that when they meet this face at night, it's their end.
Da budi buda budi buda. Da budi buda budi buda buda. Da budi da abudi buda abudi da budi.
At their mere focus, my lady, on these pictures, my lady, these movies, they are opening up, my lady, themselves to house these spirits, my lady. They are opening themselves up to even house, my lady, their ancestors within them, my lady. Because they are watching with curiosity and watching, trying to understand and questioning, is this thing real? Is this thing existing? If this thing should appear to me, what will I do?
Da budu buda, bada da buda, ba budu buda budu buda, baba de buda budu buda, ba budu buda abada abudu adada abudu buda, abudi.
We create them in such a way, my lady, that they don't show any hope for salvation, that they don't show any hope of survival, that the main person, my lady, in the movie hardly or never survives, my lady. That's just to instill fear in them, to say that if such a thing should happen, it means also for me there's no hope. Also for me, it's the end for me.
Da budu buda budu buda budu buda budu buda abudu adu abudu adu abudu buda abudu da.
This is my genre that I operate with, where I'm able to transport my spirits, where I'm able to easily give assignments to their ancestors and forefathers to house and inhibit their own children the moment they open up to us. Because these faces that they are seeing, my lady, we are opening up our world to them, but in a twisted, hidden truth, to say that this thing, if it should happen, you will actually feel it in the natural, but there shall be no one to save you. So keeping them in constant fear, imprisoning them without the thought of anyone or a helping hand to come for them.
Da budu buda budu buda, da budu buda buda da buda da da, abudu budu buda buda buda.
So these people become captured into my kingdom. They become my slaves of torment. They also become my transporting bodies of certain of my small first grade demons. They become transporting transporting bodies unawares, my lady. And some of them, they become 100% possessed through these mediums. And then it is these very people, these very bodies, that need to transport my spirits to these certain ministries, because they've seen motion pictures that there needs to be someone to pray for them, someone to pull us out. So when they go, we use them, my lady, as vehicles of attacks. So through this, I am spreading the fear, my lady, of demon possession more than the fear of your father. That's, my lady, limiting the need for your father. That's limiting also the need for them to search and look for someone to help, because my torment, it depletes hope in them. So, my lady, that is the main core, or rather the summary of my function, to just conceal and hide everyone, my lady, from the truth of your father, and keep them, my lady, bent over under and being ruled, my lady, by my fear, my lady, with no hope of a saving hand, with no hope of a way out. So, my lady, when I surrender like this, my lady, it now means that everyone is going to snap out of that small phase that I've placed them in, my lady. And they'll start now taking notice, or rather growing an interest, to find out what these places are and why is it there's constantly people coming there. Because, my lady, these ministries, my lady, they are not visited by their neighbors in the neighborhood. They are visited from people from afar. So I will need, my lady, to give me assistance, because I need to dig out, my lady, these communities, because they've been spiritually buried. That is why it seems as if these organizations, my lady, are unrecognizable, or rather unheard of.
Proceed to keep a camera chest.
Thank you, my lady. May you please, my lady, help me to open up the ground, my lady.
You open the name of Jesus.
And now, my lady, I need you to give me strength, my lady, to reach down.
I give you strength in the name of Jesus.
My lady, in the process, I would like my lady to help me to withdraw, my lady, my cloak that I've placed.
Yeah, now we understand why our church was called Woolworths. It's God. And what is the other name?
And my lady, can my mouths, I had spiritual mouths, my lady, which were my tabloids, my lady, can those be taken to the lake of fire?
Let them be taken to the lake of fire in the name of Jesus.
And my red lights, my lady, these ones, my lady, were to say these ministries are hotspots. That's where my tabloids will get news from.
Akasuswe lamakhandles egameni likaJesu. Let the candles be removed in the name of Jesus.
Can I also, my lady, draw out my agents as well in these communities as I'm pulling them out?
Okay.
And can also, my lady, my deception of false identity on every mankind also be stripped off from them?
Let be stripped off in the name of Jesus. Ayasuswe egameni likaJesu.
And also, my lady, can my access, my lady, to their files, to their life file that their father gave them be cut off?
Let be cut off in the name of Jesus. Ayasuswe egameni likaJesu.
My lady, I also want to draw my lady these ancestors who were running with this assignment, who were touching these files along with me. Can also, my lady, my curses, my torments, my fears, my imprisonment, my slavery also, my lady, can be removed and taken to the lake of fire.
Let them go to the lake of fire. Adiyemulonga lwitso lwa Jesu.
And can the bodies assigned in production of these films, of these pictures, my lady, can they also be destroyed? They are my bodies.
Let them be destroyed in the name of Jesus and be taken to the lake of fire. Egameni likaJesu azisuse zivikiswe emlilweni egameni likaJesu. Amen.
My lady, can you please give me strength one more time to withdraw, my lady, my spirit, my veil that I've spread across, my lady, as this attack of deception?
I give you strength. Ngikupha amandla egameni likaJesu.
My lady, I'll need to surrender this book. It will need to be consumed by sulfur, my lady.
I pour it sulfur in the name of Jesus.
My lady, my punishment, my lady, is to be tied, my lady, with chains and taken to the dungeon, my lady, under 12 layers.
I bind with chains in the name of Jesus. Be taken to the dungeon in the mighty name of Jesus. Interpreter.
My lady, I would also like to surrender my tongue and my functions, my lady. Can you please bind me as well, my lady, and take me to the dungeon?
I take you to the dungeon in the name of Jesus. Amen.